What's up, guys? It's Jordan here. I'm actually hanging out in Austin, Texas right now. I was here for a really cool entrepreneur type conference, learning from some awesome people, and it really reminded me of just the importance of getting around people who are, way ahead of you in their skills, in their business, and learning a lot from them. And I really try to drive this home, when I'm talking about mixing tips and my mixing course and all that. Really just about looking at what real pros do and people who are basically where you want to be in a year or 5 years or whatever, and looking over their shoulder, figuring out their techniques and all that. And it reminded me of, I think in 2007, I was working at a studio in Toronto, and the Jonas Brothers were there. So it's kind of funny, obviously I mix heavy music, hardcore metal, rock and stuff, but the Jonas Brothers were there recording some songs for their second album, and they brought with them their producer. His name was John Fields, who I hadn't heard of before, but I looked him up later, and he had also worked on a Jimmy Eat World record and some other stuff. But anyway, just watching him work was amazing. And the thing that I learned the most was just working fast. Like, he did not waste time trying 5 different mics on the guitar cab or on the drums or anything. He put up, he knew what he liked. He knew the sound he wanted to get. He kept it very simple. Put the mic up, went in the control room, and just hit record. He did not spend probably any more than I'm going to say 5 minutes dialing in tones or sounds or mic placement and stuff like that. He really was all about just capturing the energy, the vibe, keeping it going all the time. And to that end, when he was actually recording, I learned how to operate Pro Tools or your DAW in a way that is just ridiculously efficient. If he was recording a track, he was literally listening to the take while editing something else somewhere else in the session, editing and recording at the same time. So that really blew my mind. And really, when I came back to my own studio, I started working way faster too, and just ignoring all the tedious testing stuff, and just really going for it. So those are the lessons I learned. It was a really cool experience. I didn't really know who the Jonas Brothers were, but Nick Jonas was in my car. I had to drive him back to the hotel, but that was 7 years ago. But literally, that experience, that week that they were there, really changed the course of my producing life, my producing style, and just working fast, not obsessing about the technical stuff, just going for it, trying to make it sound like a record right from the get-go. And another cool thing was that record ended up getting mixed by Chris Lord-Alge. So I got to see and hear a record in the tracking stage, and then go out and buy the record when it came out, having been mixed by Chris Lord-Alge. So and just comparing those sounds, I could remember how the drums sounded in the tracking room, and then hearing it on the final record and the final mix, it was actually very similar. So that also really drove home to me how important getting the sounds up front was, because even with Chris Lord-Alge mixing, it sounded pretty much the same, obviously better, but pretty much the same as it did in the tracking room or in the control room while we were tracking. So anyway, very cool tips. Hope you guys have experiences like that, either in person or just online. I hope I'm helping you guys get those kind of experiences with the stuff I'm doing. So take care, guys. I'm loving Austin so far, but heading back today. So looking forward to get home. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Check out some more on hardcoremixing.com. Thanks.